Hello, this is another plugin. Want to showcase progress update, a devlog of my plugin. Now, there's been a lot added since the last update. So, since the last video, a lot has been added. Um, this isn't normal for the map, so I just pressed E on it, and it said this is a barrel. Looks just a barrel. Looks like it can be scrapped though. So I'm gonna, I'm just gonna go over here and talk to this guy. What? A new job, scrapper. All right. So I'm going to guess that based on the message here, it's telling me to go scrap the barrel. So let's see what happens. All right. So a menu pops up and it's constantly refreshing with new items. So what should we go for? I'm gonna try to go for some scrap like that. So I got 2 scrap. Oh, a new one spawned. That's not, no, that was unexpected, but every 3 minutes a barrel spawns, and you can press E and you can grab an item. It's constantly refreshing. That's the perk to the fact that crafting recipes cost way too much. So, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna look for more barrels. There are 3 spawn points for barrels, and I'm not going to the 3rd one because it's too far away. It being at the beach. So if there's any barrels here, we can go. I can take the scrap. 2 is not the most amount. You can actually get 3, but that's a little harder to do, and I'm a little impatient. So we can go anywhere for this. So I'm just gonna do it right here. So there's an item type I added called materials, which is the scrap, all the stuff you can get from the barrel, essentially. And you can see that there's the rusted cash register, loose bullets, and scrap. Now, scrap and loose bullets are just 2 main crafting components for the first crafting item I made. Now, the rusted cash register is simply just a money item from scrapping. If you're trying to get money from doing the job, it's the item you're going to use, and you can use them. And it's kind of got a weighted money system. The chances of you getting more than $500 is quite rare compared to getting $100 to $200. So you have that, and there's also the second item type I added were blueprints. Now blueprints allow you to craft items. You only need 1 blueprint, and you can craft the item forever. Having more than 1, well, blueprints are cheap, either that or rare, so it doesn't matter. So as you can see, I have the small ammo crate blueprint, and it says you cannot craft the item. Requirements is 5 scrap and loose bullets times 25. So if we go to our materials, chances are we're missing the bullets. So I'm just gonna give myself the bullets for time's sake with the command that X-Rave so graciously made. All I gotta do is the item ID, which is 111 for loose bullets, and I can do the amount. I'll do 50. So if I go into my inventory and materials, I have 62 bullets. That's 50 plus what I had before, which is 12. So if I go back, I go to the blueprints, I can craft it, and it'll ask if I want to confirm crafting, and I'm gonna say yes because I do, and I'm gonna craft it once again. So I crafted with all I could. I'm gonna go back to the ammo section. So as you can see, there's 4 ammo crates: the small, medium, large, and a shipment. Now each one gives 25 ammo incrementing up. So starting with the small, you get 25 ammo. Then the medium is 50, large is 75, and the ammo shipment is 100. Now ammo shipments are gonna be rare. You can't buy them, so chances are you're gonna use one of the first 3. So I don't have a gun. So let's say I pull out a gun. I'm gonna use the Nova. So I'm just gonna unload some rounds. I'm gonna reload. Yada yada yada. Now it's time to get some extra ammo. I'm going to use a small ammo crate because I didn't use that much ammo. And it's going to say you use a small ammo crate, and as you can see in the bottom right, I have extra bullets. Now, just as part of how CSGO works, if I reload with this, it's going to put me back down to 32, because 32 is the maximum storage, I guess. I'm going to call it storage. I think it's called something else. I forget the word. Anyway, so that's the maximum amount of bullets you can have in your supply, storage, whatever it is. So once you have that, that's about it. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm too lazy to add protection for people doing stupid stuff. Now, let's say I drop the Nova and I go to the ammo and I use it. It says you don't have any guns to fill. It'll deny me, because I don't want people using an ammo crate on accident if they don't need it. And another item type I added, not type, but I expanded upon an item type called the tools. I added grenades, grenade. I added the stuff from Danger Zone, the jump mine, exo boots, parachutes, as well as the lock saw and deadbolt lock. Now, the Danger Zone stuff is pretty self-explanatory if you know what Danger Zone is. If not, I'm not gonna show, or if not, either way, I'm not gonna show. Um, if I go to the tools, you can see I have stuff. I'm just gonna, I'll do that, and then I can use it, and then boom. And then on our way to the next zone, I'm going to show stuff. I'll use it. So, yeah, you can hear the sound, but it's not going to do anything. So, if I do here, I'm going to do /locks. I have 0 locks on the door. Now, this is just something I added. Now, if you hear the noise whenever I press E, that is me trying to open the door because it's locked. Owners of the doors can lock and unlock the door, but let's say I'm not the owner and I'm trying to get in. Now, I can just use the lock pick, which will open the door. Has a 60% chance of failing, 40% chance of working. Lock picks are going to be pretty cheap. I just haven't added them to the vendor yet, so I can just easily, use a lock pick, and it'll say broke, and then I go to wrong section. I can just go and reuse it, and boom, I unlock the door. Easy as cake. So I don't want people to do that. So I'm gonna use deadbolt locks. You gotta look at the door when you use them. Deadbolt locks. I'm just gonna use 10. So if I do /locks while looking at the door, it says it has 10 locks now, and I can just go to tools, lock saw, lock saw, and I'm just gonna use. I'll just use all of them, 500, but it only breaks 10 because I don't want people to have go into the negative locks. I don't want people to waste all their lock breakers. So, as you can see, boom, you break off 10 locks of the door. You can use the lock pick on it now. You can't, however, lock pick a door that is got at least one lock. If I use one lock and I go to tools and lock pick, it's gonna say this door has additional locks. You gotta get rid of those. So, and let's say I don't want my locks on the door right now. There's nothing in there. I'm not worried of people getting in because it's not going to bother me. And you want to save your locks. You can do /remove locks, and you can just do any amount, whatever you want. You're just going to take off the max amount. But you can do any amount. It'll take that off. If you don't have that, it'll take however many are on there. So, be careful. You don't want to type 10,000 if you only mean 1,000 and you have 2,000 locks, because it'll take off all of them. That sentence didn't make sense. Anyway, so that's it for that now. Blueprints are rather expandable because of the way they work. Now, if I go into here, let's get out of the code. Let's look at right here. Item 115. The large ammo crate blueprint. Now, right now, it looks like this. So, you have the item ID, the item name, the item's price, the category, the item in which you craft with the blueprint, and then the supplies needed. Now, the small ammo crate is the first one to use 2 different things because I had not fixed any of the other items yet, which I should. So let's say now we need to add bullets. We need to, count for bullets on the medium ammo crate. So we're going to want to take the bullet item ID and put it in the supply dictionary. And we're going to want to go over to here. Just paste it in, and then make sure there's a comma because we're working with a JSON here. So it's taking 25 and 50 scrap. Now let's just say we just want 5 scrap, and we want to do the amount of bullets it gives us, 50 bullets. So with that, it'll craft item 57, which is the medium ammo crate, and then it'll take up 5 scrap and 50 bullets. Now, let's create a completely original blueprint right here. So I'm just going to copy this because it's got the right format. I'm going to paste it in. Now, I'm going to actually paste it in under 117. And I'm going to call it item 118. Now, you can't buy an op. I'm not going to let players buy ops. You can make money so easy. Buying ops should be hard to do because ops are overpowered. So, item 118 is going to be the op blueprint. So, I'm just going to call it the op blueprint. The price, let's just make it 500. That doesn't really matter. And then the item ID of the op. Let's search for op. So, as you can see, it's right here. Its item ID is number 26. So now if we just go to 118 again, we can just do 26 right here. And now the supplies. What should it cost to craft an op is the real question. So what we're going to do is, let's just say it'll cost 100 scrap and a gun. So let's do scout. I didn't call it scout. SG553. There it is. So we're going to take item ID number 33. Oh wait, SSG08, I mean 34. So let's take the scout and let's rename the scout. Alright, scout. So we're going to take the scout. It's going to be 34. Item ID 34. So it's going to take 100 scrap and item ID 34 times 2. So 2 scouts and 100 scrap to make an op. Now we're going to save that, and we're going to have to reload the plugin. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It works. Alright, it worked. Alright, so if I do /add item 118 times 1, go to next, I go to blueprints, op blueprint. You cannot craft it. Scrap times 100. Okay, so it broke. That's just part of the thing that happens here in programming. You never know what's going to happen unless you take multiple takes. Am I going to take multiple takes? No. This video has already been going on for 13 minutes. Anyway, have a good day.